Game of Thrones, which has a 9.2 rating on IMDb, is among the best television programs of all time for several reasons, including superb performance, epic staging, and sharp writing that brought the characters to life without a hitch. There are several episodes throughout the entire series that are nearly perfect, demonstrating how adored this program is by both fans and critics. Number 10. The episode continues to follow several storylines, with a conflict between the Stark and Lannister increasing and Khal Drogo's Jason Momoa health deteriorating, but King's Landing's events where King Joffrey Baratheon's Jack Gleeson order to behead Eddard Stark, Sean Bean, after promising to spare his life, will live on in infamy. Number 9. The episode features Stannis Baratheon, Stephen Dillane, and Davos Seaworth, Liam Cunningham, visiting Braavos to negotiate with the Iron Bank of Braavos. Yara Greyjoy's Gemma Whelan unsuccessful attempt to save her brother from the claws of Ramsay Bolton, Ewan Rion, and Daenerys Emilia Clarke eventually coming to grips with her duties as the ruler of Meereen. Nonetheless, Tyrion's Peter Dinklage trial, in which he is accused of murdering Joffrey, takes center stage in this episode. The trial is a farce since it has been set up to find Tyrion guilty, with many coming forward to testify against him, but his former lover Shay is the most shocking of them. Both critics and viewers praise the episode, praising Dinklage's portrayal especially for masterfully capturing Tyrion's anguish, rage, and determination to fight back. Number 8. The main emphasis of the episode revolves around the highly anticipated royal nuptials of Joffrey Baratheon and Margaery Tyrell, Natalie Dormer. After consuming tainted wine during the reception, it ends with Joffrey's horrible demise. Additional plotlines are Bran's Isaac Hempstead Wright prolonged voyage north of the Wall and House Bolton's attempt to recapture the North. Bran, Theon, Alfie Allen, and Davos' stories all progress in the episode, but they all fall short of what is happening in King's Landing, which is still regarded as one of the most satisfying deaths in TV history. In the pandemonium following the king's demise, Tyrion is apprehended as the major suspect, resulting in the infamous trial, while Sansa Sophie Turner is escorted away from King's Landing. Number 7. The episode sees Daenerys realize the extent of Jorah Mormont's Ian Glen devotion to her. Jon Snow Kit Harington makes plans to unite the North against the Boltons, while Bran discovers the origin of the White Walkers and unintentionally makes the Night King, Vladimir Furtick, aware of his status, leading to one of the most devastating deaths of the show. Bran, Mira Ellie Kendrick, and Hodor Christian Nairn attempt to escape as the Night King rapidly appears, murdering the three-eyed raven Max von Sydow, the Children of the Forest, and Summer. In the process, Mira constantly shouts, "Hold the door," which causes a young Hodor, who Bran wargs into while in a vision, to have a seizure and slowly shorten the phrase to Hodor. The realization that Hodor was always destined to give his life for Bran at this precise time is such a heartbreaking one. Number 6. Tyrion's trial by combat dominates this episode, with the majority of the other plotlines being resolved, including wildlings invading Mole's Town, but Ygritte Rose Leslie spares Gilly Hannah Murray, and Roose Bolton Michael McKelladon legitimizes his bastard son Ramsay. The lone exception is in the Vale, where Littlefinger Aidan Gillen is being protected by Sansa with some deft lying while Baelish is on trial for the murder of Lisa Arendt Kate Dickey. The Mountain Halford Julius Bjornsson versus a Baron Martell Pedro Pascal is a fun show, but its horrifying conclusion will live in infamy. A Baron appears to have the advantage in the duel, but the Dornish prince ultimately fails to owe to his tenacity in forcing Clegane to confess to killing his sister. The moment a Baron died serves as another reminder to Game of Thrones fans that no character on this series is safe to count on. Number 5. The final act of the series begins with Daenerys' arrival in Westeros at the beginning of Season 7. In order to win the war, Daenerys consults Jon and Tyrion before taking action on her own. When transporting the Red Keep's gold, Jaime Nikolai Coster-Waldau runs into an unexpected encounter. The battle between the Lannisters and Daenerys' army is expertly filmed, with fire and devastation pouring down as Bronn Jerome Flint desperately tries to take out the powerful Drogon and save Jaime from being burned alive by dragon fire. The magnitude of the battle serves as a reminder to viewers of how enormous Game of Thrones can be and what makes it so renowned in TV history. Number 4. The final season of Game of Thrones may have hurt the show's image thanks to it being one of the worst TV finales ever, but the battle scenes were always magnificent. This includes Hardhome, which is regarded as one of the most epic battles in the GOT universe. The main conflict of the episode is the fight between the Night's Watch and the Free Folk against the army of the dead headed by the Night King at Hardhome, where Jon Snow leads a rare joint effort. Hardhome is praised as one of the best episodes of the series and serves as a reminder of the Whites' power and threat, as well as that of their king. The episode also showcases Jon Snow's military prowess and leadership abilities, showing how he willfully saves those who would harm him in the interest of the greater good. Number 3. The title of the Season 6 finale, The Winds of Winter, strongly suggests that the main emphasis may be on the region north of the Wall. However, while Jon is proclaimed king in the north by the lords of the northern houses, Cersei schemes to eliminate all of her immediate adversaries in one fell swoop, which also goes down in the history of television as one of the best scenes and episodes. The episode marks the start and conclusion of several plotlines, including the revelation of Jon's true parentage while Daenerys sets foot in Westeros for the first time. The episode's soundtrack, Light of the Seven, which ranks among the greatest in the entire series, expertly blends melancholy and power. Number 2. It is not an exaggeration to say that Game of Thrones is packed with epic on-screen battles that will go down in history as the best ever, and The Battle of the Bastards more than merits inclusion on that list. The primary subject of the episode is the battle between Ramsay Bolton and Jon Snow over the control of Winterfell. Jon assembled an army, yet he is vastly outnumbered. The bodies are stacking up and actively affecting the battle, which is exceedingly harsh to watch. Ramsay receives a karma death by being fed to his own hounds, making it one of the most satisfying deaths for a TV character who should have died much sooner. It is yet another outstanding 9th episode of a season, with a fantastic battle at its core. Number 1. The episode centers on Edmure Tully, Tobias Menzies, and Rosalind Fry's Alexandra Dowling wedding, which is also known as The Red Wedding, and is one of the most iconic moments from the book series where Robb Stark, Richard Madden, and his Banner men are massacred at this wedding. The massacre causes ripple effects throughout the Seven Kingdoms and intensifies the Starks' ongoing sorrow in the early seasons. The episode's title is the name of House Lannister's signature song, which recalls the tale of how House Lannister annihilated the rival house reign of Castamere when they dared to revolt. As it played in the wedding, it denotes the imminent bloodshed that will take place.